trouble. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips that time. In there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. 3rd and long. Throwing Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Ravens 14, Dolphins nothing.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Jackson now. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Jackson up top again. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Tua now on 1st down. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he'll take it on in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A 1st down throw for Jackson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Mark Andrews, touchdown, Baltimore. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Washington now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, here's Tua. That's caught by the tight end, Smith. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
21G.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Ravens. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Washington now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Back to throw, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he will score again. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 42, Dolphins 14. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Go ahead. Scat.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he gets this up to the 42.
There's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You'd love to see the old school kind of stiff arm. Get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll get this up to the 44. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play. It stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Tua. Catch made there by Waddle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Tua. He's got his man. It's Hill. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
That's good for another Miami.
Back to throw is Tua. That's hauled in at the 2.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. So some extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal situation as we are now through the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, get set. Solo left Zion.
Now, Tagovailoa on 3rd and goal. That's complete. It's Waddle. He is in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight. but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Jason Sanders to kick
After
off
the
the
touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing Jackson. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Jackson now on second down. To the tight end, Likely. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Ravens first down.
Jackson looking to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Jackson up top again. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Again, it's Jackson. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's got it to Flowers for the connection.
Complete to Zay Flowers. A gain of 12.
On first and 10, Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
A gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. It's second down. To throw is Jackson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Sending it deep for Waddle. That's hard. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 92 yards. Touchdown, Miami. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. They'll drop to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Aguilar goes off in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Sending it deep for Waddle. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. He's got it! And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Ardarius Washington.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, Jackson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away. on third down. Jackson. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Now Jackson on fourth down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on down. 2-and-out on first down. He'll get this complete. That's Anthony Schwartz. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stomp the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances, and boy, this was a big one. But it's not going to work out.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.